Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to or back to my channel, but probably two because this is only the third video I ever post. Today is Friday and I am thinking about doing a little work day in my life vlog. I am currently doing a remote internship for a PR firm and I really like what I do here, so I thought it'd be cool to show you guys a little bit about what I do.
I know that you're coming back home. Know that you're coming back home. Know that you're coming back.
It is currently 9:30. I woke up right before 9 to start. I was planning on waking up at 8 and I usually do wake up at 8, but I went to bed super late last night. I couldn't fall asleep until around 4. So I'm really tired now. I feel like if my energy is a little bit low, that's why, but it probably won't last all day. But yeah, let me just start off by showing you guys what the first thing I do every Friday morning is. Every week I compile a report about what the industry is looking like that week, like any notable news from competitors for that week. The client that I work for is a fast food restaurant, so it's kind of like interesting to see all the different kinds of news that come up about fast food restaurants in just one week. Like, for example, I look at some industry specific news articles like this one that's talking about how restaurants are doing. And then I also look at interesting marketing efforts. So for example, this week Burger King did something to try to fix cows' diet so that it'll reduce less methane emissions. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but this one is a collaboration that McDonald's did with Adidas. I also look at crisis situation just so we can see kind of like how brands respond. So this is an example of a company called Squirrel that had moldy jam. Now I'm stopping really quick to get this breakfast. So if you saw my other video, I showed you how I made these. I'm just gonna put half a banana. So it is now a little bit later. I finished up that report and then I sent it to my supervisor and she gave me a few corrections on it, and then she said it was good to go to the whole team, so I sent that out to the whole team. Anyways, so what I am going to work on next is a coverage report. So I am in charge of doing this every single day. Basically, I use this tool called Critical Mention that pulls a search of every single mention in the news that has come up for whatever time that you set the time frame for whatever search terms you use. So we put in search terms for our client and what kinds of products it sells and different keywords and things like that. And then we also used a Boolean search term so that it can take away things that we don't need. Usually I get around, I want to say between 30 to 60 pieces of coverage each day. Sometimes if something happens at one of the locations, then I can get up to like 400 pieces of coverage just because it's something so radical and a lot of different news outlets pick it up. Today was a light day. I pulled a report and I got only around 20 pieces, so that's actually less than normal. But basically when you pull the data, it puts it all into a spreadsheet and it has tons of irrelevant information, so I go in and I sort that out. I also categorize everything into different topics, and I say what the tonality of the article was, if it was positive, negative, neutral, and then I also say what the origin of the article is, so it can be either proactive, reactive, or organic. And usually it's just so much like sorting through stuff, so I just like sit on my bed and do it here because it's just more comfortable.
Know that you're coming back home in the morning. I hope that you're coming back home. Look at you, eyes as soft as that ocean blue. Falling in, learn to swim like I never knew. I see it now, that everything will be okay. With no small doses, smell of roses. Can't get enough of you. Can't wait to love on you. I know that you're coming back home.
So I just finished, I'm like laying down, but I just finished the coverage log and I realized that it's Friday, so I have to turn in my timesheet. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it, because in a PR agency, it's a really specific way that you have to do it. So my company uses a regular software just to keep track of your time, but because when you work in an agency, you sometimes have multiple clients. Right now, I'm working on the accounts for 2 different clients, but I think it's pretty typical to work up to like 4 or 5 even. So you have to keep track of everything that you do. Every 15 minutes, you have to, like log what you've been working on and kind of like explain what it is, just so that the client knows what you do. So the way that I keep track of it is I write everything down on this notebook. So I just keep track of it here. So basically, most of what I do is the coverage log, and then I work on the report that I was showing you earlier. But sometimes I do other things, like I did some pitching earlier this week, and sometimes I write down the job code next to it just so I remember. And then, yeah, so basically it's just an easy way to keep track, and then I add all the hours up at the end here. The other thing I like to do is at the top kind of like have my to-do list of things. I also keep this in a folder in my email, but sometimes it's easy just to see it. So like this week I knew that I had to make sure that I did some pitching before the end of the week, and then I had to track some coverage and make sure that I update my coworker on it. So yeah. All right, so I sent that over for approval. I finished up the log. I sent a few emails and stuff like that just to wrap up the week. And I'm done. I love Fridays because they go by so fast, and I feel like everything I do on Fridays is just so fun. Like, I love it. But yeah, I really like this internship I've been doing. I'm still pretty new to it. It's only my 6th week, but I feel like it's just like so perfect. Like, I love the type of work that I'm doing here, so I would totally love to make another video on my experience in PR, like how it is in the major and internships and stuff like that, and just like tips and advice. So if you'd like to see that, let me know. Yeah, I have some job applications and other internships that I want to apply for now, so I'm gonna do that. And then I think my dad wants to go do a picnic at Griffith Park later, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna end the vlog here, but thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.